Goodbye walls and goodbye floors. Adam's headed for the good outdoors. Have fun, Adam.
Okay. Oh, Mike, it's a beautiful day. Thanks for joining me in the good outdoors. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to be a part of this project with you and get it over with.
I was gonna say, you're really excited to actually go birding?
Yeah, I am. I'm willing to give anything a try once, and I want to be supportive of your weird things that you do, and you've done a lot for me, so let's get this over with.
Well, I like to start every birding session by thinking about my favorite top 5 birds. What are your top 5?
Oh man, you're really putting me on the spot to try and think of 5 birds. How are the birds today? Not many? I mean, I do feel like there are a lot of, I hear birds, right?
I think those people were lying.
Yeah, I know. That did not look like a group that should have come out of the woods. They should all be dressed like knuckleheads like you, but they came out like they were just like leaving the Golden Corral.
Yeah, and about as happy as leaving the Golden Corral too.
Yeah, they just had a bad time in the woods.
Well, let's go have a good time in the woods.
Let's have some fun in there. All right.
Now, Mike, there's 3 things you need for every birding trip.
Right.
You already got your binoculars.
Thanks for the loaners.
I got you some field notes with a pen.
Okay.
That way you can write down any birds that we see.
Okay, but I don't have to do that though.
No, but like if you go home and your friends ask, you'll be able to tell them about all the great birds we saw today.
Cool, but you're not gonna be checking at the end of the day, have
No,
you?
no, no, no.
Okay, great.
But the third thing, and probably the most important, is a desire to learn.
Okay. Well, I got 2 of those things.
Okay.
So what am I looking at here right now?
This is the Cleveland Lakefront Nature Preserve. It used to be a dump, and they filled it over, and now it's become a hotspot for birders because all the warblers love to settle here.
And the warblers came in here despite the fact that this used to be a dump. So this isn't like dangerous or toxic anymore.
I don't think so. They spend their time up in the trees eating the bugs, and then they head north.
I was speaking more for us, right? in this
Oh,
moment.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's find out.
All right, great. Toxic dump.
So right up there, did you see that orange flash go up?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Keep an eye up, that's a Baltimore Oriole. See him up there?
Wow. I'm gonna name him Cal Ripken Jr.
Hey, because of the baseball team. They are birds that you can attract to your yard, but they love orange slices and grape jelly.
Wow, you're a guy who knows that.
Yeah.
So we've been standing here for a while now, a significant amount of time. How many, like on a typical outing like this, how many birds do you have to see numerically before like you're done? Like 8?
I try not to put a numerical value on, what makes a good birding trip, but
You just kind of know when you're done.
yeah. Do you think you'll know when you're done?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
You were out here like for long days sometimes, right?
Oh yeah.
What do you do if you do have to like, obviously, what if you have to number 2 while you're out here?
I try to get that out of the way before I come out.
What if there's no choice? What if and say I'm asking for a friend right now. What's like your favorite of all the Birds songs?
I don't know if it's the best, but it's one of the easiest ones to remember.
Okay.
And I really think it's unique because it does sound like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Eastern Towhee, and it sounds like it's saying, drink your tea.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hear that.
So it goes, drink your tea.
Oh, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
And once you hear that, you can't get that out of your head.
No. And you just know, you'll be out in the woods.
Drink
and you'll
your
hear.
tea.
That's it. It's an Eastern Towhee. There is one other bird call I like a lot. We won't hear it today. You probably won't even see it, but it's the barred owl.
Okay, what's that one do?
Well, they have a song that kind of sounds like they're saying, who cooks for you?
I'm gonna have to hear
And
that.
it'll go,
Wow.
and then
It's very
when
guttural.
they get real worked up, they do what's known as caterwauling, and they'll actually sound like demons or like terrifying monkeys at night.
You're gonna do that.
They'll
even
literally
though-
be like, oh.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's one of my favorites, but we won't hear that today. Thanks for coming out with me, Mike.
No problem, man. It's been actually quite nice, very relaxing.
You know, they say there's songbirds or morning birds and then night owls.
Yeah.
Which one would you say you
I'm
are?
definitely a night owl. I don't like to get up this early, and I don't understand why it had to be this early. Why don't people go birding at night as much? Just not as many birds?
Actually, it's funny you say that because at nighttime, That's when all of the birds actually start flying on migration.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why do they leave at night?
Lower risk of predators. They follow the stars. I think there's something too about wind currents and heat rising. It's a little bit easier to fly at nighttime, but I'd have to look that up.
I actually do think it's interesting that you're this interested in birds. I'm not even, you know, it's not, maybe some people are interested in like Star Wars, you know, but somehow that's more socially acceptable than you being interested in birds just because there are so few people who do it and because it's so stupid, but that's not your fault.
Well, you know, being really into Star Wars at one time was kind of like a nerdy thing, right?
Yeah. Do you think birds might have some kind of a revolution and become like a cool, trendier thing?
I think with you around, it's going to be.
Well, I'm not really associating myself with it. I'm just coming with you this one time.
Oh. Well, maybe you'll come out again. Oh,
Yeah, we will. We'll see.
do you need a Cliff Bar?
Mike and I's birding adventure lasted 4 delightful hours. We saw a bazillion birds, shared a gazillion laughs, and walked a bajillion miles. When Mike was finally ready to call it a day, we hiked back to our starting point so we could compare notes. I was happy to see that he took some, and he even wrote down his favorite bird, which was, in his words, a red one. I felt that he had shown real interest and took the experience and responsibility as a birder very seriously. So, I decided to honor him with my official Good Outdoors birding patch. And I could tell he was genuinely pleased at this. I have a feeling this isn't the last time he'll join me in this toxic dump. Until next time, I'm Adam. See you in the Good Outdoors.